Okay, so I just got back from recording with Rob. We recorded the end title song of House of the Rising Sun. He had asked me not to film him while we were recording, so I didn't, because I brought up this vlog method, and he didn't seem too keen on me pointing a camera in his face. Respected his boundaries. I did record the floor, though. Anyway, so while we were recording, I realized that my little Zoom recorder fried up. I did something stupid, and I left the batteries in this, and they corroded. That is something I tell customers all the time. Don't leave your batteries in your recorders, or they will corrode. And I was an idiot and left my batteries in my recorder. So, it's fine. I love this little recorder, but they're pretty inexpensive, and I've also been kind of looking to upgrade anyway, so that gives me an excuse to upgrade. But it's a lesson to you and to me and to future me. Don't leave your batteries in your recorder. So I had to record off of my camera using my now newly professional Rode mic. It should theoretically be the same type of recording, but I'm going to edit it right now. But I had asked Rob to also do the bit where Rigby is just kind of playing the piano freely, and he's like doing his assignment. So I also had him record that little bit too. So I'm going to insert that. We'll do it one more time, but let's get your mind off that for a second, and let's like purposely mess up for the part where Rigby's playing the piano and he's like, okay. Because so it basically the idea of it is he's a prodigy, so anything that he's going to play, it's going to sound amazing. But he's supposed to be purposefully making it sound bad. Okay. So if you could like those like little mistakes you were doing, I wasn't catching on to that. However, I'm not musically trained as you are, so I don't know what mistakes those were. So if you could like dun dun, and then maybe like a sour note or something.
Yeah, let me play with it here first.
Yeah. It was so nice just to listen to it, and I was like picturing everything. I was almost like having an out-of-body experience, truthfully, where I was in the room with him, but like I was above the room and I was seeing like this entire production. It was weird. It was like so ethereal. I was not high. I was not taking any drugs. I was just listening to the music, and I was like, it's something about live music, dog. Something about live music. And it sounded a little flat to me, so I'm adding some reverb. Hang on, let me unplug my headphones, because that's how you're supposed to do it. It still sounds hollow to me. Hollowbrooke. But it still sounds, I don't know, it doesn't sound professional. And I don't know if it was because I had to record it off my camera, but I was using my new Rode mic, or it might have just been the setting I had my Rode mic set on. But it kind of sounds a little flat to me. So, or maybe that's just how recordings sound when you're not in a studio. They just sound flat. Listen, guys, I went to school to learn how to use cameras. I didn't learn how to use cameras. I learned how to work in an environment, and then just think quickly on your feet. That being said, I also went to school and took one sound recording class. This sound recording class was just sound recording. We weren't doing any editing. That might have been me, because I wasn't wanting to be a sound engineer, so I didn't take any sound classes. I am now learning how to do sound engineer work outside of school. Let me tell you, it's a little difficult, but it's a good trait to have. It's a good skill to have. Anyway, but that being said, it's not like I could have put this on my, I know somebody with a sound engineering degree, but I'm not going to put that on him, because why would I? I am capable of learning. YouTube is a thing. And also, it's kind of fun to learn a new trait, isn't it? Like, that's the problem in America today. We all just need to learn. And be open to learning. Elect me as your new president. 2020. I'm not even 35. Okay, when will I be 35? In the next 7 years? What am I, 28 now? 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Yeah, in the next 7 years, I'll be 35, and then I could be a president. Elect me in 2030 something. Guess what, guys? We're gonna go to YouTube.
The moment when it all clicks. B&H is here to make sure you have...
Okay, do you guys want to know a hack for YouTube ads? Just reload the page. And the ad will go away. The more you know. Wait, is that his just those settings? He just opened up his this guy just opened up his paramedic equalizer and just said copy these settings. Okay. I'm gonna take a pic. Actually, let's do this. Okay. Where's my? There we go. I think. Hello. Hi. Hello. I think that sounds lovely. I think that sounds beautiful. Maybe I've just been listening to it too much. It doesn't sound so flat as it did. Render this sucker and let's put it in this dang movie. I wish I was recording this to get my genuine reaction, but I put in this moment, the piano moment, and it works. I don't know how it works, but there's like a moment where like Rigby stops and then the music just stops, and it's just like all I did was just put it in there, and I just love it when stuff like that happens. Like, it's my favorite thing. That's for the fact that y'all complained about that it's too dark in this corner. So some updates. I put the piano pieces in the spots and they somehow work. I don't know how they work, but they somehow work. And then I went on to do the flower shop scene. I only did 1.5 songs. I put Braden Thompson's House of the Rising Sun mix in there as well. Just the very end of it. So, because I want to layer this song through the entire film. And I found this really nice, like, folksy sounding song. It's called Melody of Longing by Yield Cross. I think is how you say her name. It's on Artlist, and I really liked it. And also, it fits the vibe of, like, Eleanor, and that's a very Eleanor-heavy scene. So, and the next scene is a Cordelia and Lucy scene. I had thought of leaving this scene silent, and because the start of the scene, Cordelia is working. And even though Cordelia is played by me, we're different in the aspect of she would probably not be listening to anything. I think she likes silence. I cannot stand silence. I have to have something constantly playing. I have to have a YouTube video or a TikTok or like music, because I'm around like noise all the time that I can't control. So when I can control the noise, it feels better. But in this aspect, because of the scene prior to this moment of her being a downer, she envisioned something that freaked her out. So I don't think she would be listening to something. I think she would be too much in her mind about what it was that she envisioned, and then would be too into her typing to really have something. I might put a clock underneath it because, like I told Grant, who was our sound repair person and also our sound designer, I kind of want constant ticking when Cordelia and Lucy are in the room, because I have this concept of time for them all the time. And so, more specifically, Cordelia, her song that I specifically chose for her was, well, not Time by Pink Floyd, but it's You and Us by Pink Floyd on the Dark Side of the Moon album. Fun fact, I listened to that album over and over and over again when writing Cordelia and coming up with her backstory. And so that was a really fun character in-depth thing that I did for Cordelia specifically, was I really immersed myself in, like, because that, fun fact, and the reason why I did it was because that album released in 1973, and everything that happened to Cordelia and Lucy happened in the year 1973. And I specifically engulfed myself in 1973 culture, and I bought magazines from that time period. Guys, I went super in depth with this character, okay? And just so I could just learn about what was happening in that time, not only for her, because she would have been 20. I think I put her at like 21 or 22, which is why they look so young, and they're technically like 70 something years old in modern time. So, but that's just some character depth that I did with Cordelia. But in this scene specifically, you know, I'm not going to reflect any of that. I can't put Pink Floyd here. I wish I could, but I can't. But I can put a constant ticking in the background, like maybe there's a clock in there. And so, anyway. I like this scene and I hate this scene. I hate this scene because I'm critiquing myself and critiquing how I look. But I also love the scene because it's a very intimate moment with Cordelia and Lucy, and like this is like kind of the first time in a while that we actually get to see them be wives, and I'm excited for that, for people to watch this scene and be like, aw, and so gay. I'm not going to keep anything else silent. I still have my list over here of what I'm wanting to do. So the biggest scene next I'm gonna be focusing more on is the dinner table scene, and the type of music, classical music, that I want heard. I might also lace back in Clair de Lune again, just to bring that back up, and then I might see if I can find another piece that I feel like would resonate with not only Evans but maybe the Lunas as well. So there's some more character thinking that I'm going to be doing. I don't know if I want to vlog the rest of this because I want you guys to watch it and like be surprised about what's being put in here. And I feel like I'm literally telling you the entire film. Oh my god! I also have to pre-pro for the prologue of Spirit in the Sky, and I haven't even done that yet. And we shoot in June, and April is like next week. So that's fun. I'm panicking now. I'm not panicking. No, I'm not panicking. Am I panicking? I don't know if I'm panicking. I'm not panicking. I'm coming to realize this now because typically when I pre-pro 4 months before we actually shoot. Correction, 5 months before we actually shoot. If we're shooting in this the first week of June, then I've only allowed myself a month and a half to pre-pro. No, April's a month. So technically 2 months. So that's crazy. I think I'm giving myself leniency because it's an only 2-day shoot and it's only a 13-page prologue. Anyway, if you want to be a mermaid, let me know. I need 3 mermaids and I have 2 in mind. So I need 1 more. You want to be flirted with this one? I'm not keeping that in there. Oh, God.